A new feature is rolling out to M365 Copilot, and it's what a lot of organizations have been asking for, begging for, really. It is the ability to create prompts at an organization level so that all of your users, or even maybe even a subset, can benefit from this. A centralized prompt library. We've had other features in the past, and it's like it's more of an individual feature instead of something that's intentional and organized at an enterprise level. In this video, I'm going to break down how this new feature works, how you can set it up, and more. Let's get into it. We'll be starting out in the M365 Admin Center. Under the Copilot heading, you'll see this new option called Prompts. If you don't see it yet, it hasn't rolled out to your environment, which is actually the perfect time to watch this, because as soon as it lands, you'll know exactly how to configure this thing. Right now, it's in the Frontier program, so if you're opted into Frontier, you may already see this by now. It just started rolling out to Frontier, it looks like, within the last week. What you'll do is you'll see all of your prompts here if you have any configured. Obviously, if you're first setting this up, there's not going to be anything in here. I've already loaded up one in here, so you can see kind of what information it asks for. We can click on Create Prompt, and we can add in more things. I do like the little handy guide up here where it shows you what things you're going to, or what things you'll see here. So I'm just copying in some different items that I've already prepared for this, but it's pretty self-explanatory here. What is neat is you'll have the option of selecting whether this should work on work mode or web mode, or with this new UI, with Work IQ turned on or without it turned on. So in this case, this is going to be looking at my work data, so I'm going to unselect Copilot Web. Copilot Web is just the non-work version. So it's, the old web versus work toggles, you're starting to see a little bit of a different terminology here. For department, this doesn't do audience targeting. This isn't doing anything really that major of a feature. But this is going to give the users the ability to filter by, so maybe they only want to see the accounting related prompts. So you can group together department specific prompts here, and so that those particular users can find just the ones that are most relevant to them. A really nice feature to see. I'm going to leave this blank because this kind of applies to everyone. For the task type, I can type in, this is more of a catch up type feature, but you do have different task types, again, more for organization and filtering on the end user side. And then there is a language setting here. There isn't automatic translation of the prompt text into other languages. Maybe that will come in the future. The documentation kind of says something along the lines of it's not currently available. Now that kind of does sound like maybe there's some automatic translation coming. Otherwise, they would have just said it's not a feature, something a little bit more definitive. So we could be seeing some neat things about coming in the future with this. But for the time being, if you have to support multiple languages, you'll need to essentially translate all your different prompts into that language and add them separately. So we'll hit publish. And now our second one is showing up. Now there are permissions you have to be able to edit this. You either will need AI Administrator or the Search Editor security role in Azure to be able to edit this information. The AI Administrator isn't too big of a surprise here because we're seeing all these Copilot and agent settings here. They're all kind of gated behind AI Administrator. At least it's not a global admin role though. So that makes it a lot easier for people who are maintaining AI or Copilot related settings to have a less powerful permission that IT is usually a bit more willing to give out. But once you have all that, you should be able to do all of this. You can also export your prompts to a CSV file. Or the nice thing, especially if you've already created prompts in a different product, maybe you've got a spreadsheet somewhere, you can import this all in here as just a bulk import. There is a template file because there are specific columns that you'll have to add. And there's certain things like what was it called? Um, Let me go back in here. The task type. There are specific ones you can specify, and it's not just freeform. So to get that kind of information, you can go here and see the CSV file, and you'll see other information as well about what types of values are accepted. If it rejects it, it'll tell you why it's rejecting it and give you a list of items. So like the task types. We'll get right back to the video, but real quick, Copilot is really great for working with your data, but how are you protecting that data? If you don't have a backup and recovery strategy, here's your wake-up call. Think your cloud data is safe just because it's in Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace? Think again. Accidental deletions, ransomware, and compliance gaps can still put your business at risk. AFI is a next-gen backup and recovery platform built for modern cloud environments, including Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, Azure, AWS, and Kubernetes. It offers full fidelity restores, encrypted full-text search, version history, and even self-service recovery, so users can get back data without waiting on IT. And when ransomware hits, AFI detects it early and automatically backs up your data before damage is done. Over 10,000 organizations trust AFI to protect their cloud data. If you care about uptime, compliance, and peace of mind, it's time to back up smarter with AFI. There's also analytics, but before I get into that, if you're getting value from this video so far, then hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to this channel if you've learned one new thing so far. That's just a free way you could support me and my channel so I can continue making videos just like this one. So analytics is really interesting because as prompts are being used, and I'll show you where they will show up in just a minute, but as people are using them, you will see how many different prompts are being used, which ones are the top ones, which ones are never used. That is a really good way for you to prune the list of prompts you have here to make sure that all of the ones that are in here are the most important ones to the users. They're the ones they're actually going to use. So this is a really, really handy way to see which ones are being used and which ones could be maybe swapped out for different ones. Now let's take a look at where these prompts show up. So I'm here right now logged in as an end user inside the Copilot app, and we'll see Work IQ is turned on, and you'll see this suggested button once you get some of these prompts. You'll see there's one already in here that's been suggested, but I can click on this, and you'll see actually both of these right now showing up. I can bookmark some of these, and they'll show up under saved prompts. So that is a really good thing to point out to end users. But I can also start to filter down by some of these things. Now, as you have more in here, you'll see a lot more features or a lot more prompts and stuff coming up where you can filter them. A lot of these other ones are just baked into the product. They're provided by Microsoft. But as you build out your own organization prompt library, you'll get more value out of the suggested item. Now let's hop over to Teams. So now I'm in the Teams app, the Teams Copilot app. And if you click on the three dots here, you'll see three different tabs pop up, including the new one from your organization. So this is where you will also be able to find those prompts. And they are in Edge as well. So if I were to pop out the Copilot app inside Edge, then I can go down to Browse More Prompts. And again, you'll see the from your organization. So there's a really good opportunity to have some Copilot web prompts and Copilot work prompts that are there for different things, maybe to help summarize a web page or a news article. You could have a lot more summarization type features on this side of things on the Copilot website versus your work content and the work related prompts. And then the last place you'll start to see this is in the autocomplete. So as you're starting to type out a prompt, it will start to auto suggest your organization prompts if it feels like it's what you're trying to type out or what the intent of your prompt is equating to. If there is a match in the organization prompt gallery. And then as a bonus tip, one of the other features inside here is this little thumbtack. So you can pin some of these items here so that they will always be shown to a particular you or to your users. So if there's some that are the most important, maybe based off of your analytics, they are the most used prompts that you have in here. Again, based off of users using these things. Those are really good candidates to just pin right off the bat to speed things up so someone's not having to dig through your prompts to find their favorite one, and maybe assuming they also don't want to bookmark it as well. But for the users who haven't actually found that prompt yet, the pin feature could really, really help a lot. So what do you think about this feature? I think it's long overdue. I've had customers asking me for at least a year or two, when are we going to get something like this, some sort of way to manage prompts at an org level instead of just relying on that generic prompt lab or the various features Microsoft has kind of rolled out. They just felt a little too generic. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see other great Copilot videos, then just click or tap the screen, and I'll see you over there.